Rock and roll. What this? Actually, how does it look? It's not terrible. I do wonder. Just remove. Yeah, sorry, 1 second. Oh. Let's see if I can get a bit of a better angle. Because I'm trying a bit of a new setup. So this is not the angle if you're just popping in. That'd be a while. Just hey guys. Hey guys. Welcome to Fresh Capital Pottery, guys. Deal. This might be too far back. I'm trying to like get it so you're not seeing the shelf too badly. See this? Okay. I was messing around with it before I started, and then I'm just like, keep messing with it, I guess. When I'm live. There we go. How does that look? A little bit. Still seems very like claustrophobic. It's still a little claustrophobic. What if I lower this guy? Sorry for all the chattering noises and stuff. Anyone just popping in, I'm just messing with my camera setup here. It's got like a GoPro pipe clamp onto my metal rack next to my wheel. Why is this being... Oh, it's like wedged there. All right, this might be a little bit noisy. Let's see. Come on. Yeah, okay. Lower it down. Like that. Like that. That's a little bit, yeah. Just a little bit better. Yeah, we'll roll with it. That's okay for today. So I'm going to do some butter keepers. I'm going to try to figure. I did one a long time ago, but I haven't really done too many. So I'm going to try to figure it out here. Oh, I hope everyone's having a great day. It's not too shabby. Turn off the notification. Go into do not disturb on my phone. Oops. Oops. This is a lot nicer because I don't have to completely turn to look at the camera. Okay. Morning from Northern California. California dreaming. Welcome to you. Good morning from Midwestern Ontario, Canada. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Bring this out like that. Making pottery. I am. That's what I'm doing right now. I've been at it for almost a year, trying to go full time with it. Keyword trying. But in the summer, I'm gonna get I have a landscaping gig I'm gonna do, but I'm really trying to get this going and got my website and stuff launched, and just gotta figure out packing and shipping. Get branch out in some of my market locations. I'm in Ontario as well. Right on. Which area? I'm in out kind of near Owen Sound, if you know it. Obviously, you don't need to answer that if you're not comfortable answering. So this here will be the outside. I don't think it needs to. I have an order. They want it to hold a cup. This is definitely going to hold. Well, this is the outside, but the inside of this would hold definitely a cup. Ontario, past Barrie. Oh, right on. Heck yeah. Like Perry Sound kind of thing. Better not be from Gravenhurst. Past Barrie, so like Aurelia, mate. Like, yeah, that's pretty. There's still quite a bit going on at past Barrie. So you're closer to the Georgian Shore, I'm assuming, then. If you're saying that, you're not like Algonquin or whatever. Or from Algonquin area. I don't know all the counties up there, but my buddies and I go portaging quite. Well, we used to do a lot more, but we have been known to do a couple backpacking trips every now and again. Did Temagami the other year. That was a trip. That was a Devil's Peak. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, Perry sounds correct. Right on Georgian Bay. Yep. Beautiful. One time I stopped in Perry Sound. I went to the Canadian Tire, and I got a fanny pack. So there you go. Other than that, I think I went there when I was a kid. Like my siblings did hockey. And I believe they played in Perry Sound once, but yeah, it's a beautiful area. Yeah, you're right in the good spot. Because I mean, yeah, if you're into the Toronto, it's not like a grueling drive or anything. And what am I saying? If you want to go to Toronto, it's not grueling. And you're right, y'all like near all the parks and stuff. Or not right near them, but Canadian near them. Less than 4 hours. for a lot of them. What's up, Zoeb? Been well, been well. A little bit of a flash stream here. I usually only go on Wednesdays, but I was looking at testing out this new camera. Well, it's not really a new camera rig, but remembering I owned some equipment that I could use. So I set it up. I'm like, yeah, might as well go. I got a little bit of work to do today. Okay. Kind of wanting to rock maybe after I make one or two of these, a couple like 2 pound planters with this. I made this one for my buddy. The glaze turned out like it looks sick. It's got the drainage hole, comes with a platter of the same design, although you'll never see the platter, which whatever. But I really enjoy the look of that. I was like, oh, that's sharp. I like that. So I'm probably gonna try to recreate it. Those are nice. Yeah, the way that the glaze pools in the little divots, it's like, because that's a matte black glaze with cobalt blue on top, and yeah, it turned out really well. I'm hoping that we'll keep doing that, but with pottery, it's really impossible to know what's going to happen in the kiln, because all the conditions need to kind of be right for it, and there's a lot of variables. I did some straight cobalt bowls as well, and a little bit miffed because they kind of crawled in some spots, and I can show you what I mean by that if you're not familiar. I'm just gonna set this on the shelf. And right just out of view, perfect. That was a nice thing about having it, I guess. At the side, like I used to have it over here, so you could see the shelf, and you could kind of, if you wanted to follow along with what was going on, but. These are the bowls. So they're pretty sharp, but then a lot of them, and some it's pretty bad. It's not a full crawl, so sometimes it can just reveal the raw clay underneath. I'm trying to get not the worst glare there. I don't know, whatever. So there's still some glaze on it, but the color was cooked out of it, and I have. You guys see slightly like up here, there's some big bowls, and there's a big system coming in. What's up, Daryl? Thank you for the like. Appreciate you. And some of them were like that. I see. Still looks sweet though. Yeah, that's kind of what my fiance was saying. But I don't know. You kind of get this like, I don't know. To me, it's like a B. You know, you got your A wear and your B wear, and that's a B. A second. A second sale. I could do that. Well, now that I'm in a show-offy mood, like this is definitely one of my favorite. I gotta make it more exaggerated next time, I think. But this is a pretty neat tech, or a pretty cool technique. You just wrap some twine around it, like throw a cylinder wrap. Some people use like paracord and different materials because you can't see once it's glazed, but there's definitely like a pattern in there on the bisqueware or on the greenware and stuff. But yeah, it looks funky. I think that's pretty neat. But I think if I got the walls just a tad thinner, it would be a little bit nicer. Where is my lid master? Oh, it's already basically set. That's sick. Zoom into Denby Pottery. Oh, probably. Yeah. I know. Like a lot of people, it's kind of like maybe a semi-trend. I've seen quite a few like reels and people doing it on Instagram, and I love just trying different techniques. And I did a mug like that as well, but it's not glazed yet. It's actually not even been bisked yet, and I don't know. I think it's kind of neat. I have been wanting to do a line of like the spiky mug, or spiky, I don't know what to call it, like the ridged mugs, like with this rib. But I'm just wondering if it's not going to be it's not like sharp, but I just don't know how comfortable it would be. But getting that glaze effect that's on the planner on a mug, I think would be pretty cool. So this one has a bubble in it. Also, how are you doing today, Robbie? Monsieur Robbie boy. You're over in the UK. I think I was mistaken. I think I said last time you're in California, but I was mistaking you for someone else because they've done this thing now. It shows the apps instead of the usernames. So I thought you were a different dude. Okay, I want to make sure this is actually bigger than what I need. There's definitely an air pocket in here. I'm not thrilled about. Hey, Sabrina, how are you? Wow, nice to see you in here. Good morning. I saw you pop in Mr. Wolf's chat the other day, and I meant to say hi, but a lot of times I'm watching and I'm doing this, or I'm like doing some dishes or some chores and stuff, but I'm doing fine, and I'm doing fine. I'm good. This is probably taking a little bit. See this? So it's going to be this flange here that sits on the Feeling better now. Yeah, yeah. I'm definitely getting there. I feel a lot better. Still, I don't know. Still a little sleepy, but I've been staying up gaming. I started a gaming channel. There's like Ben Wolf Pottery, which I saw you in there. He has his old Bencraft, and I've been playing with them on that, with him and Wrinkle. And so I started Fresh Cup of Joel Gaming, and I've been streaming some funny games on there, like Minecraft. Well, it's not the funniest, but it's a game called Schedule One where you're a drug dealer. It's kind of like it's like a GTA, but like not. It's not realistic. It's like cartoony. That's lots of fun. But been staying up too late. What was I saying though earlier? Shoot, the flange. So this will sit on the lip of that one, and I want it to protrude slightly, right? And so I can trim it back, but I want it to kind of sit a little bit over. I might even add like a larger kind of triangular angle to it so it matches that piece, but something that you can grip it nicely and lift it up. It'll have a cup of butter in it, so it's not like you're not lifting too much weight. So but thank you for asking there, Robbie. And thank you for the likes, fellas. Okay, let's try and dig that in there. Why is it? How do you like throwing standing up? It's my preferred. Yeah, because I got some lower back issues from welding back in the day, in my early and mid 20s. So I personally really enjoy it. I visited Gwen. Oh, what's going on, Gwen? Oh, sweat. I thought I saw a Gwen in there. Gwenny Weatherwax. You know. But no, it held that message for I don't know why. Hi Joel, how do you like throwing standing up? There's nothing wrong with that. Anyways. What the heck was I saying? Oh yeah, I visited Ben last year in June or July, June maybe. It was in June. And oh yeah, we got a date. We got a date for the wedding. We've had a date for years. There's like I don't really think it matters too much to say it. And I'm sure in past streams we've talked about it, but it's kind of like the gotta ride that line of like or form your boundaries of like, okay, I don't know. It's not too personal, but it's like, do I want to be talking about that too much? I don't know. But like, obviously, no problem with asking. That's not no slight to you at all. But I'm just like, I don't know if I'm going to talk about it too much. We're very excited. Yeah, right. Like it's being on the internet. It's a strange thing. Yeah, it's probably just paranoia, but at the same time, well, not really paranoia. It's just, That's just the line, you know. But also, Gwen, how are you doing today? I don't believe I asked. All right. I really hope that this will hold a cup when I'm done. And I just want to so I got 3.5 inches. And this is like 2.5. So that's a lot of freaking water to be putting in there to seal this. I kind of messed up. I pulled too much of the clay down for the lid. Got cold, but that's going around. Yeah. Whatever it is and however you celebrate. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty chill. It's definitely we went with immediate family and everything, and it's like 30 some people, and most of them are nieces and nephews and whatnot. And then just at my parents' property, beautiful, some beautiful land. So it's gonna be really chill. We're excited. You got the cold, man. It's not good. I hope you feel better soon, Gwen. Let's see if I can get any more height out of this. That might have done it. That might have done it. So 3.5. I'm kind of looking. I want to like around 3.25. I don't think I can get that out of this. Let's see here. This is already quite thin. Okay. All right. That might have actually done it. Should make the bride's favors. I'm not sure. What is that? The bride's favors. Maybe I'll look that up. Yeah, it's gonna be more of a the guests are getting gifts. I'm making all the plates and centerpieces, like all the vases and the plates and little bowls. I'm gonna do like a 3-piece set for everyone, and so they get to take those home. And then doing the cake stand as well. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. I honestly have only ever been to like 2 other weddings, or 3 technically, both my older siblings and one friend. But I'm not really I don't really go out too much, you know. Superb and so personal. Yeah, I think it'll just be neat. Like they can take those home, and like the centerpieces aren't going to be huge pieces or anything, but it's still you get like a little bit of kitchenware. It's kind of an incentive for people to come because I think they're just coming for the pottery. I should have cut under first. Yeah, and my fiance has requested like random, like not one particular style of vase. So it's kind of like, whatever they want. I don't think I'm going to necessarily like pre-assign them. And hopefully people start arguing and some fists are thrown and we get a little entertainment. You wanted to get an idea of how they're done. Yeah, I'm sure there's a million ways to do it. I can't this is how I did the first one that we used for a little while, but unfortunately it had um, like porosity in the glaze. Like there's little bubbles from what is it, like a non-complete off gas cycle. Like it cools down too much before the off gassing is complete, something like that. If my memory serves. So it ended up leaking, so we stopped using it. But that's more of the on the glazing side of things. That really doesn't have anything to do with how it's thrown. But I just like right make the outside, throw the inside, and then when I go to trim them, I'll lock down the outside, and then I will put a little pieces of clay on the top, and then put this inside so that this doesn't want to spin, and then trim it flush. That's in the wind. See you on you forever. Yeah, it's been a minute. Yeah, for sure. I kind of like stopped streaming there for a little while, and then now I'm doing every Wednesday, even though it's Monday today. But like Wednesday around noon start is that's a scheduled stream, and then this is just a little random. Just a little random stream. How have you been? See, I guess, yeah, Gwen, if you want to see what I'm talking about with the trimming, these should be ready to trim. Well, I'll probably trim them tomorrow, to be honest with you. Even maybe later today. We'll see. It's pretty humid still here, but good other than that. Yeah, man. Gwen there in chat, or Gwenny was saying she's got a cold, and is that just that time of year? I find it's like pretty gnarly in the spring. It gets pretty gnarly, but yeah, it gets weird, man. All winter. The immune system. Well, I don't know where. I can't remember where you're at, unfortunately. But up here, like in Canada, you don't get too much sun this time of year. It messes with your vitamin D. And that can allow you to get sick easier. I'm not a physician, so. But whatever. I take vitamin D all the time because of my stupid blood. Rough. Blah, blah. Eerie. All right, rough weather right now. Yeah, you got that blizzard going on. Where's Erie? Where's Erie? Is that New York State? Erie. They're calling it a snow-a-cane, right? Yeah, they would, because it affected New York, so they got to come up with something to call it, so they can justify how many bricks they've shit out. The brick manufacturers are not happy because people are like, well, I'm just gonna build my house out of all this the fucking bricks that all these New Yorkers shit over some snow. I don't know. It's not good, but yeah, no, I have a buddy in Connecticut, and we were chatting last night, and I was checking it this morning. It's pretty gnarly. It is pretty gnarly. Yeah. It's up 5709. Yeah, I don't know if you're familiar with like Ben Wolf Pottery, but he's out of Connecticut, and yeah, we were thinking about doing a Minecraft stream yesterday, but he wasn't too certain if it would still have power and everything. But right on, 5709. I'm Indian. I'm Canadian. It's the snowiest city. Right on. Yeah. I wonder. I'm slightly compelled to look up where Erie is. I wonder if you're more north. Where are you? Yeah. I don't even know where that is, man. I'm dumb. Sometimes I don't even know what town I'm from. Northernest part of Pennsylvania. Oh, okay. We're down. So you're still southern. Okay. Because I'm in like Midwestern Ontario, so still, but it's not a competition. It's not a weather competition. But I live in an area they call the snow belt. So off Lake Huron, a bunch of weather gathers and then shoots across. We're right at the end of it, but yeah, it's really funny, man. If you drive like east out of town for like 10 minutes, not even, it just is like totally different. Totally different weather. And we see a lot of crappy weather. See how much that weighs. On a good day, I can see the can around. So I had to reboot right on, man. Welcome back, one. Yeah, man. The lakes spitting their weather is can be pretty brutal. That'll do. Hopefully that didn't look too awkward. Okay, Maine. Oh. Yeah, I checked out your Instagram and you have a lovely home. Definitely made me a little jealous. Or envious, I guess. Technically speaking, if you want to get technical, excuse me. Yeah, Maine is gorgeous. Many problems. Yeah, well, yeah. Houses are like people. Like the more beautiful they are, the crazier they are. Something like that. And you can take that one to the bank. You know, that's a true statement. And it's rare to find a beautiful home that's perfect on the inside, just like people. Yeah. Just kidding. Yeah, no. That'll happen. But yeah, we were looking for kind of a similar situation. Get ourselves back out of town and something we can do some work on and make it just the way we want it. Preferably something that has commercial zoning as well. But that is not the priority, but that would be sick. Commercial or industrial, both of those. So there's a lot of like severed farmland properties that have the industrial zoning that you can also run. It's kind of commercial plus, you know. And that would be nice. Like yeah, me making stuff here and selling it elsewhere is not a problem, but if I was to sell at the front door, I could have some issues. It would never happen. I really highly doubt that would ever happen. But if it did, the penalty is not very nice. Something with a garage. It's on a bit of a slant, the phone, eh? Yeah. That's one thing that like really catches my eye when they have an outbuilding, whether it's a garage or like even just a shed of adequate size would do. Something with either insulated or hollow walls. Doesn't really matter. Something that I could insulate, but like a block building, not really. Like you can. There's a couple ways to do that, but it's just a pain in the arse to run electrical and yada yada. Like you can mount it all on the inside, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. I believe it. I believe you know what I'm saying. Yeah, honestly, I would do a basement if it was, because we have a basement here, but it's like, I mean, yeah, I did some streams in the basement, and I guarantee you that there's a lot of moments of me standing up and just smoking my head off an air duct. It's not really like an ideal throwing situation. Yeah, and you gotta be careful too if you're trying to rock a kiln out there, especially like the longer the run, the more the resistance or whatever. I don't know. Yeah. I was talking. My parents have a garage that's separate from the house, but it's like set back in the bush a little bit. And I was asking them about potentially being able to put a kiln out there. But the run is just way too long. And honestly, like it was kind of stupid for me to ask. Is like, when do you turn the saws on in his shop out there? The lights dim. Like it's already pushing it. So that's not gonna happen. And I got it hooked up in my garage now, but that was at the beginning when I was like, I don't know if my landlord's gonna be cool with it. But he didn't even bat an eye. He's like, oh, all right, yeah, for sure. I got my buddy to come out and put in the outlet and like wire everything up for me. Yeah, and it's like it's on the side of the house, and then we have like a 30-foot industrial power extension cord running to the garage. And the outlet comes out the basement through a boarded up window that I just have to, when I go, I can remove it and just patch it and take it with me. That's pretty sick. Worked out pretty well, actually. I don't want to. Well, yeah, let's just do it here. Okay, slow down the wheel a bit, get some water on here. I'll probably use the Spidey technique. Thank you for the 10 likes, peeps. This is funny when I popped into to Dante's stream the other day, not yesterday or whatever, and what was he going on? He was talking about something. I was just like, I don't know, I'm out. That was a nice bowl he was working on. I saw that. Yeah, I saw you said hi. Yeah. And then I said hi back to you, and then you said, "Thank you everyone for watching," or something. Oh, it was butt wiping. That's what it was. Yeah. Yeah. Wiping the bottom of your pots? Like in what? Wiping the bottom of your pots. Like for what? What reason? Oh, like when you're glazing. Yeah. This one's gonna need a little trim love. That's all right. Get the water out. Super important to always get the excess water out of there. Yeah, I remember like I used to pop in there frequently and like chat with him a little bit, and I would ask him how he was doing, and he would like pause like a handful of times, like, nobody really asked me that. I'm doing well. Like, okay. But maybe when you're like, you got so many people watch, people are just like, I'm just gonna, like, he's not gonna see it. I'm just gonna freaking ask a question, like, just put it out there. No pleasantries. He's a really nice guy, and he's a wealth of knowledge. Earth Nation Ceramics. I guess I just said his name, not Earth Nation Ceramics. Check him out. It was the Avatar reference that drew me in at the beginning. I was like, oh, this guy's got to be pretty chill. Your freaking earthbender. Makes perfect sense. Sure. Gets an answer right on. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, no, that's good. It's good because that's probably what he wants, right? I've had like some moderators in the past here that would like take it upon themselves to answer for me, and you know, whatever. Some of it was like, "Oh, when did you start?" and they would know, but sometimes I'm just like, oh, I'd love to actually kind of be fed something to say right now because I'm just sitting here going, you know. Let's make sure. So this, I kind of screwed this up a bit, but. Wham. Yeah, I like the size of it. The first one, I hope I will. It will make it. It should be fun, but I like the size of it. Oh, my neck, man! Do you guys hear that? Probably. I'm broken, bud. You know what I'm gonna do before I throw this? I'm gonna walk away for a minute and get some water, and I'll probably come back. I got 5 people watching. I bet I'll have 2 people watching when I get back. What do you think? What do you think? Please put your bets in chat. I was wrong. 8 people. That's not 2. Well, I think you were sticking around, you know? Warms me hot. Ooh. Let me push in a little bit here instead. Kind of center. Here, I'll slow it down a bit. I know, Gwen, you were asking about the standing. I will say the one noticeable drawback, I guess, is the stabilization when you're centering stuff. It's pretty well non-existent. So you kind of have to like get that just locking your arms down rather than. So it takes a lot. I find it takes more energy to do the throwing, standing up, but at least I can walk afterwards. You know, I'm not. I used to throw and I'd be stuck like this. Like walking around like a crooked man. To anyone watching who's also a welder, do not try to lift 12-foot I-beams or one side of them. I never lifted the whole thing, but don't try to do that. And don't do it like 6 times a week every week. You will not like it. My Indian friend saying hi. Hello again. Scooty-doo-doo. Yeah, you were saying that earlier. Yeah. Do you pronounce it J? It's like Gujarat? Gujarat? How do you say that? Can you spell it phonetically for me? Golden. Smile away you in your eyes, do not cry. And I will sing all about. I won't do the list, Gwen. So if Ben sings a song that includes a sample, I was thinking about this the other day. Do you then, is it 2 in 1? Like if you know what I'm saying? Do you do the song on the playlist and the sample song? It's there. Rock and roll. 12 likes. You guys are so nice today. Maybe Mondays are the move, dude. Maybe Mondays are the move. Look for it. 75. Nice. Heck yeah. He wasn't. Well, I mean, he does. He does add some bangers in there, but he trolls you a lot. But he's got great taste in music. We listen to some really nice stuff when I was visiting. You don't want to do that. You don't want to. There's my rubber band. Where's my... What the heck? Oh. Right where I plug it. Yeah, well, he shreds. He's got some videos of it. No, he's a very talented musician and potter. Yeah, we it's so funny though. Like we had a lot of different plans for when I came and visited and stuff, and we mostly just threw. Like I ended up coming back with like over 100 pots that I made there. And yeah, there's a lot of. There's a couple days too. I got up pretty early and just headed down, and I was like, oh. I got to fettle the pots. But I'm not gonna lie, they are pretty shit pots. Do I have any in here? Yeah. Sorry, that's that. It's probably one of the worst sounds in pottery. What the hell? Yeah, pretty. I don't know. But very thin here and very thick at the bottom. Whatever. But I got a bunch of reds and a bunch of white pots. Why did I bring that up? Oh yeah, because of jam. Like I play guitar as well, but not to the same degree. And yeah, we were talking. Oh, we're gonna jam. I think it was like the last or second to last night that I was there. We actually ended up jamming. But next time, maybe, if there ever isn't, if he ever lets me return, or if I don't know if I wanted to try to make that journey right about now. All right. Did I do that? Yeah, I'll do some 2-pound pots. I think there'll be a little bit more on the narrow side, because I think I want to do more to put this glaze on it, but I feel like I must have done this on a large bath, which I can't. It sucks. I can't fit very many up there, especially I got all my mugs here. I threw on the stream the other week, all trimmed up, handled, all that jazz. Oh no, these are the ones maybe that I threw on stream. I can't remember. I don't remember shit. I'm excited for these. I'm doing show and tell now. These are little sugar salt wells, whatever. So you got it's like cut on a 15-degree angle, and these are covered in clay right now. But a fella I met at the farmer's market makes these spoons, and you can put it in whichever way you want. The world is your oyster. And I don't know. I think I made a the better choice, but this doesn't have a bottom on it, so that no crud gets built up in there because that would be difficult to clean. That was my thought process on that. I think they're pretty sleek, stylish, modern, minimalist. You know, what other buzzwords can I use? Handmade, natural, organic, eco-friendly, salt well. Okay. Oh. Also, my first oil bottle. Good day. Oh, frick, bud. Go back to bed. It'd be good for like doing the bartending. Wonder. No, I'm not gonna do it. I love rolling bottles in my hand, but it has a. I don't know if you guys can see that. A little bit of a crack there, but it's the glaze has sealed it. That's why the water's in there to test, make sure that's not leaking. But I'm not going to sell that one. But yeah. How you doing this morning, Mr. Hayabusa? They. Okay. They. Bonzo. Bonzo says they. I'm going to switch up this pocket. It's pretty much 100% slip. Now. Boom. What is that? Like symbol. You guys freaking casting spells in my chat? We have a strict no runes policy. English only, please. I'm gonna sponge off my crap phone. Oh, that scared me. I was like, who the frick is messaging me? Yeah, it's bugging me how angled that is. Just straight tilting. That's a little better, eh? Hey? Hey, bud? I don't know why I'm doing all this. I got a wardrobe. How many should I do? I can do 12, but I'm not going to. Let's just see what's got in this baggie. Turn my scale on. That's 3 pounds, 5 ounces. Nice. Which is that? Nice. Oh, nailed it. Nice. Okay. said I'd just do that one bag. I lied. I'm a liar. Wow. Let's do 6 of them, and then only 6 platters as well. That's not enough. Come on. Eat it. Get on up. Okay. And then I want like 10 ounce. Actually, let's do 12-ounce platters. Oh, I didn't cut that loose. See, I guess one of the drawbacks with shoving my camera where it is I can't move it very easily. So you're stuck looking at my butt. So you're welcome, actually. Most people got to pay a pretty penny for this view you're getting. I speak in Gaelic. Nice. So you are casting spells. Cut it out. Please don't cast spells in chat, please. It's not very nice. Boop 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 boop. Ba ba da ba ba ba. Rock and roll. I said 0. I was like, oh, everybody's dipped. Don't blame you. Sure, it's not the most entertaining thing. I didn't prep for this stream at all. Usually I do. Usually I prep in the evening for the next day, but I did not. I was busy streaming Schedule 1 and working on an animation for a waiting screen, but nobody's gonna give a shit about it. But it was fun. Alright, we'll throw these 4. So yeah, I've never really been much or one to play a druid. But I've been a paladin, a barbarian, and a bard. And I usually am like a halfling or a dwarf. Typically. Half Elf Rogue. That works. That's a good column. That's a good Mage. Yeah. Mage is good. Or Wizard, I guess, I think, in D&D. I don't think... Is it... It's not... Like, there's different spell casting classes. Is it Mage? Where's my book? I have all the books. I have... Oh, D&D. That's what I was talking about. I don't know. It like Half-Elf Rogue fits D&D, but it also fits like a bagillion different things. You know, like D&D's core class and race system is based off of Tolkien stuff, and so is a lot of the high fantasy. I think most fantasy genres kind of roll off the Tolkien base, you know. Wizard, Warlock, and Sorcerer. That's right. Yep. Wizard, Warlock, and Sorcerer. The nice thing, I like Bard because of the... You can get into a lot. I really enjoy the role-playing aspect of the game. I also like the combat mechanics and stuff as well. But I can get lost in the lore, and I just love how much interaction you have with people as a bard and the freedom. Like Paladin was fun. Oh. Sorry about that. Paladin's fun, but or I don't know if it came back. I don't know. But yeah, Paladin's fun, but you're kind of locked into the rules of whatever school you're in, and like you can't do any fun like thieving and manipulating people and stuff like that. But I've never got into, you know, some people talk about like there's like kind of a stereotype about bards and like the horny bard or whatever. There's like I think it's a subreddit or maybe it's a tag on a subreddit, but it's like people who are telling stories about playing with people who play bards or about themselves, where they just like are convinced, like just kind of being horny for fictional characters. It's really weird. Dude, I'm loud. My brain is actually, I haven't played in too long. Or Dragonlance, mages or Dragonlance. What am I trying to say? Oh, I'm convinced this keeps coming to my mind, but that's not what it is. There's a spell that you can cast to like what the charm the yeah, charming people, and basically they'll think they're your friend for an amount of time, and then but they remember that they've been charmed. Charisma. Yeah, well yeah, that is the modifier for it, is your charisma. But no, it's like a specific spell, like charm, and there's a handful of them. I'm just drawing a huge blank right now. I remember. So in one campaign, we had left like the main city. Oh, I love Elder Scrolls. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I played me a lot of Skyrim. And what's the first one? Oh my goodness, Morrowind, or I think that's what it's called. But I did it. I should have probably played that one first, because when you play Skyrim and then go back, it's like doesn't feel right. Well, yeah, no, I love Skyrim. Yeah, so I was saying about the thingamabobber. We left the city to save a caravan that was evading a tyrannical, basically a mayor, like the chancellor of the city. And they got attacked by kobolds. Anyways, he came back, and like the city's on lockdown, and there's a big encampment outside of it with all like the like refugees essentially. And I go up to the guard, and I'm like, I try to charm them. Isn't technically first. That's true. That's true. Yeah. I guess it's. I think that's the one actually directly behind that Skyrim. Like it's like Morrowind than Skyrim. I could be wrong though. Yeah, and I tried to charm the guard, and then I ended up in prison, and I had two other people in the party with me. Oblivion. That's the one. That's the yeah. I have played with Oblivion a little bit as well. So I had two other people in the party with me, and I got jailed, and they were being like interviewed and stuff, and then we had a rogue elf, full elf, and they like pull off the impossible. Like their roles were absolutely insane, getting into locating the dungeon or the jail, and then the sneaks that they pulled off to get past the guards to get us out. It was, I don't know, very memorable moment in that campaign, which was unfortunately never really completed, or we kind of just dropped it at one point. We haven't picked it back up. This is in like the spring. Everyone was like, I don't know if I can do what I'll be doing this summer. kind of paused it and then never brought it back. It's unfortunate. Evermore. You ever play D&D Neverwinter? Is that a campaign or is that like a video game? I'm going to say no, and then I'm going to ask that again. No, I haven't. Is that a campaign or is that a video game? What I might do actually is pinch that. Oh, right on. A massive multiplayer online role-playing game. And obviously no. Oh, what's that too? What did I say? Yeah, I think, I don't know, man. I think I was a little bit overzealous, being like, I'm going to make all these other pots. But I can technically go for, well, yeah, like about under 50 minutes or so. As in, no, you haven't played it. Yeah, no. I have not. Yeah, no, no, yeah. Yeah, for sure, bud. Yeah, no, yeah, for sure, bud. Yeah, maybe, oh, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, nah, what you talking about? What you talking about, bud? Julio. Yeah, the one thing that I'm a little bit like not too thrilled with this angle is just that the wheel is like in the chat. It's not ideal. That's one thing I've always aimed for, is to make sure that the chat does not go over the pottery, but I'm the only one complaining, so. A 2-pound pot. These definitely aren't very big for 2 pounds because the base is thick, because I'm starting to do everything with like a trimmed base and little drainage cutouts for washing them by hand and whatnot, or in the dishwasher, so the water leaks or has a drainage route. And I just kind of want that to be on all my stuff, but well, so it's made for 6x6 bisque tiles, and then I just went and got 6x6 glaze tiles, because the nice thing about these, I technically don't have to cut under them, and honestly, it's probably better not to, but I've rarely been able to get circumstances in this room for some reason where things are drying evenly, but you could just pull, once they're leather, you could just pull it off, and the bottom is completely smooth, and it's beautiful to work with, like trimming, if you're trimming it, or just leave it. But yeah, so I just bought these. I think it was like $40 for like 80 of them, but they're small, so they're a 16th shy each direction, because then you'd have the 1/8 grout line. So when I set them in, here. I just have to like, you know, cock it to the side, lock it in. But it's yeah, very nice. I might need to get a new one of these though and treat it a little bit nicer. It's starting to really bubble up. You'll see if I'm working on the edge, like it's like. So you know, I used to throw right over, like I'd center over it and then like bring it in, but I can't really do that anymore because it's like bumping my hand. I don't think it shows up very well. I don't know. You probably don't care. But yeah, no, it's handy. I also made a little like I have 4-inch tiles and I have a laser engraver, so I made like a little, this can sit in there. I don't really use them very often. But if I was to do a bunch of mini vases or something, I throw them off the hump now, so it's not. But that was the idea. Well, and yeah, Ben wanted to get rid of some of his garbage, so he just said, "Take that to Canada." The dump of the North, they say. You think it's snowy here, but it's really just all ash from all the incinerators up here. Come on. Thank you guys. 13 likes, dude. I'm famous. Yeah, there's a bunch of. Yeah, I saw a couple, bunch of air bubbles. We'll deal with this as we come across them. Cross that bridge when we get to it. It's all water under the bridge. Or that one, I'll poke it out. It's right near the surface. Was that it or what? Been doing such a crap wedging job recently. I don't know. It is what it is, man. It's really hard to center this far out with this bat because you can. It doesn't really, or with the bat system because it doesn't allow you to really keep your hand too still. But we'll just go for it. All the way down. open it up. Perfect. Well, not perfect, but good enough. And there goes the air bubbles. Yeah, man. Have a good sleep. Thank you for popping in. Probably chat with you later. You know who's missing? Mr. Wolf has not said hi. Doesn't mean he's not lurking. I'm wondering what his status is. I'm gonna send him a message here. So let's go make lunch. Hey, all good. Is Maine getting it pretty good too from that system? Or were they being naughty kids? This when do Christmas now. Oh, okay. 6 inches is not too bad. I've heard that it's really heavy wet stuff though, so that's where 6 inches of snow can be a little bit cumbersome. But, if it's that's the tough thing about snow is like 6 inches of the light fluffy stuff is like whatever. Sneeze at your car and it's cleared off. But once you get into that heavy wet stuff and melty, freezy, melty times. It's it can be pretty gnarly to deal with. You know? Sure, in Maine, you know. You're probably more north than I am in Maine. You said you're Quebec. More where Quebec is, but still. Like, right across Lake Ontario. You know, the state, not right across it, but across Lake Ontario, the states go up above us. And technically where I am is the same longitude as Northern California. Excuse me, Snowball Saturday snow. Dang. Yeah. That's even snow blowing, like, yeah. It's a task and a half. Yeah, it sucked. I got pretty sick a while back, and I was too sick to shovel for a couple days, but it was like bad. It was crappy downfall, and then or snowfall. I mean, and oh god, fuck, shit. I was pretty peeved at myself. I kind of wish that I had just done it, because that to shovel all that was absolutely brutal. This one is pissing me off, dude. Come on, baby. I just kind of want to cut this off, actually. I don't like it. It looks stupid. It looks ugly. It looks just like me. Push that right back on. Perfect. No. Nice. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. Obviously, you know how you're feeling, but it's always worth it, because it's, you know, well, I shovel, right? But it's a lot easier to get to shovel a couple times a day, even if it's snowing out, than to go out at the end of the day or first thing in the morning the next day and shovel all that snow, you know? So, but obviously I'm not telling you what to do. But you know what? Get off your arse and do some snowblowing, Glenn. You'll be happier for it, you know? And then you could just kick back and relax by the wood stove with the chai mocha latte. I don't know. With some Baileys in your coffee. Smoke a dart. Have a fart. And just relax. Contemplate life. Yeah, I started at a weird time, so it's not. Usually I try to start it right on the hour, like quarter after 10 or something, but it's like a weird in between time. Yeah. Yeah. So now when I was trying to really make sure that I was pulling, getting like even walls, and I got close to probably 3/4 of an inch more height, which is nice. I don't know. Yeah, I kind of like that. The proportions are nice. It's pleasing to the eye. I should. That's why that clay was fucking tough. There's a hole in it. Oh. Doesn't need to be totally sealed up, you know. Yeah, it's not too often you see that. I just looking out the window and a little stone truck, like the truck train. Well, it was only two trailers. You don't see those very often around here. When I went out to the prairies, it was pretty cool. There's like 3 chains and 4 chains out there. I specifically remember watching The Mummy with, was it Brendan Fraser? I think is his name. And we rented a van that had a DVD player in it. And or did we? Or did we just have, no, maybe we just had a portable DVD player. Whatever. But I remember looking out the window, that was on, and I looked out the window, I was like, damn, there's hole in 4 trailers. I was like 8. I was like, damn, man. I didn't know we could do that. I'm gonna fill up my coffee. I'll be right back. And we're back. Yeah, so the bag that I had originally there had this little tear in it, and I didn't know about it. So I was like, it seems a little hard. And I think what was kind of going on more so with that last throw was that there was tough chunks in it, the drier clay. And you can always tell too, if you take about the same amount of clay and throw it on the scale, and one weighs heavier than the other, it's like by a certain margin. It's probably wetter. Because water weighs. You know, something. Isn't like 1 gram per 100 milliliters or something? I don't know. Something about specific gravity of glaze, but I just know the number to look for on the scale. I feel like that's correct. I feel like something like 1 gram is 100 milliliters of water. Coming up 2 hours. That's a pretty decent drainage hole. Let's see if I can. Yeah, that's a bit better. Yeah, I think we're okay. I think we are okay. A little bit thin down there, but we'll see. See what happens when I rivet. Or rivet. It's still is fairly even. I think I overcorrected on this one. Okay, slow her down. Get water all over it. Clean out this rib. Let's slow it down even more, actually. Like, This can come out. Oh, no. Oh, frick. Yeah, this one's narrower or taller, so I'm doing something wrong. Sorry, that's a little nicer. Should have just been using this in the first place. The wood knife is an excellent tool. I want a little bit skinny on this base here. Tell already. Why is that song stuck in my head? Bit of a bop. You bumped it. And yeah, I guess for anyone who is watching, I'm staring. It looks like I'm not looking at anything. I'm just like staring into the void. But I have a mirror here. That way, it helps with the dizziness. Sometimes when you're throwing and you're just staring at spinning things, and you like look away, it's like freaking optical illusion town. I find it helps with that. And there's like the potter's nod. It's really funny. I'd probably still do it. But to see potters like nodding because you're looking at one part of the pot, like following it around. It helps with that too. And it's also just like, because it's helpful on sitting on and throwing, but also when you're standing. You're like, you don't have to. Oh, Rosetta. What's good? But yeah, you don't have to like bend back and like look at the form. You can see the lines. You know. How have you been? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's very common. Like the only person that I watch regular that I haven't really noticed doing it is Gabriel Nichols. I'm wondering if it's like partially due to the scale of the stuff that he usually does. But what's the? Is it Goblin Pottery? Goblin Pottery, I think, or Pottery Goblin on Instagram. There's some videos of her. She makes really cool stuff. She's very nice, very nice. She's very friendly. She made a big pickle jar the other day. That was all. And yeah, it's pretty like wood thrown. It's just, but it's funny looking. It's not really bad or anything. It's just it's like, doing all right. I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Darn, because it was Rose. I used to say Rosita, and it's Rosetta. Rosita sounds. I don't know. Yeah, I remember because you're like, oh, you're the only one who says it like that. It's like has a good like spice or something too. What do you twang or I don't know what is it. Sometimes it pays off being an idiot. Not knowing how to read. It's not too often, but at times it pays off. Yeah. Ben would think I'm a narcissist. I'm drinking on my own. I have stocked some of my second wear in my own cabinets. I did the handle on this one was all. I mean, it doesn't. I don't know. It's not the worst. It's actually really comfortable to hold for the most part, but it has a weird sharp, not sharp. Have a shop in. I have a website now. Yep, but no, the store's coming. Yeah, and I go to a market every weekend, every Saturday, and slow down quite a bit after Christmas. But yeah, I'll pick back up in the summer, and I have labor depends on what happens. I have a job lined up for a couple days a week in the summer, either building decking or heading a lawn mowing division of the company. This depends on the circumstances, whatever. But yeah, hopefully it picks up in the summer and I'll be able to afford the packing stuff. It's not cheap. Surprise. Yeah. And I haven't fully decided on what I want to do. There's a method that I really like with double boxing, but you like cut the boxes out yourself. So you have in the first box an inch or an inch and a half of packing, and then you make another box that's like 2 or 3 inches and stuff it with packing. Anyway, it's just large, heavy stuff, Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah. And if you want to check out the website, I think it's linked here on YouTube. If it's not, if you Google Fresh Cup of Joel, I have a business profile page, and it'll take you to the website. But it's just there's a newsletter sign up, so if you do want to get notified about the shop drop and any updates, you can sign up there, and you'll get the notifications or you get emails. What else is there? Yeah, just contact. There's my pottery journey, like a blog, and then about section. Pretty simple, but it turned out nice. Pretty happy. It was a fun. I mean, I'm only partway there. There's a lot of the automation side of things that I want to get into coming up. In order processing, pipelines and stuff like that, and funnels and stuff, all the fun things. Yeah. Actually, I need to put my 2025 update post up there. I've written 90% of it. I just gotta keep doing that. But there. What do you want, Bubbies? What? Can you say automatopoeia? Gizmo, can you say automatopoeia? He's not. He's not in the show off. Look at this guy. He just wants cuddles. You know? That's so sweet. Look at this guy. Beautiful, 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 beautiful boy. Yeah, it's you. Ooh. So what's new with you, Rosetta? Rosita. Rosalita. It's new and exciting. Working mostly. Hanging in there mentally. Yeah, but it's tough. Like, not to just talk about myself, but I'm going to. But doing this, like, it has been very nice. 99.9% of the time. But then it is, you get exhausted. A medical feeling for the week. Okay. Yeah, no. Yep. Totally different. That's a totally different thing. Yeah. And good for you for doing it, because that is a tough job. My good friend's wife is a nurse, and yeah, it's just incredible the way that people get treated in those kinds of jobs, like they're like slaves or robots or some shit. Crazy. But I was just going to talk about the isolation about that with this, but that's nothing compared to in the medical field. Hands and fingers are magically yours. Yeah, I mean, sure, yeah. I'll take it, but it's yeah. The modern world would still function without potters, without medical staff. That's a different story. So it's like the double, like, yeah, I don't know, man. it is really nice. But then sometimes I just like, especially up until recently, I haven't really been talking. Like, I've just been working. I work 7 days a week, always doing something, whether it's like a market or uh, working in the studio. And like in person, I haven't been chatting with people. I haven't been chatting with people online very much. I haven't been live streaming. I would just spend my days in silence, which is nice a lot of the time, and I'm lucky for it. But some days I'm just like, fuck it, you know, just a bit of a Debbie Downer. Just like, oh, I'm lonely. It sucks too. Like, well, I've kind of figured it out better now, where I really make an effort to not be in this, like, have to be in the studio when my fiance gets home. But there's a time there that I was really hustling before Christmas, and you know, she'd get home from work, and I would just still be in here. This one's got some not so bananas wobbles to it. Let's get rid of that. Warble. I appreciate your words. It's kind of, I don't know, man. Like anyone could do it. I always think that. I'm like, I think with there's just the fact that I got a wheel and did it every day. You know, but I always have felt that like I play guitar. I used to play pretty well. I'm not gonna lie, but kind of falling off the guitar these days. But like even with that, people would be like, "Oh, I could never do that." I'm like, you certainly could. Like unless like obviously if there's something going on like arthritis or like some sort of ailment or something, then you know. But I don't know, man. There's lots of guitar players like Missing Fingers. There's a fella I come across on YouTube often, and like his like a deformity to his hands, but he still like he does like hair rock metal stuff, and he's like shredding, and he's just found a way to do it, you know. Yeah, there's one of these. Oh, okay, right there. That's it right there. That's been gouging. There's my knife. What? Oh. The thing with this plywood, that's the thing with this plywood. Like I laser cut it, but it's very fibrous. And I never sanded this one. I probably should rock some sand. Rosetta says. Are you a good boy? You grumped? You grumped out? Must be hot. Yeah, sometimes during the day, like a lot of the days, he's just yeah. He just stays out in the living room and stuff. But every so often, he's just like, where is that guy? I need to see my papa. Oh, he's probably pissed because, like, usually I get up fairly early and then I hang out in bed and we'll hang out for a little bit. But I slept in a little bit today and basically shot right out of bed. And I get out of the room and, like, you know, he's just laying on the bed. He's looking at me like, what the heck? And then I go to the bathroom and I turn around and he's like head peeking out of the bedroom door, just staring at me like, what the heck is going on here, sir? It's not even close to the scritch quota. He didn't even come close to making it today, bud. You're not allowed to go until I've been scratched. Yeah, you just rubbed your head on a vase that's covered in clay, and now you're like cleaning your head. Yeah, you dingus. What is this? Why do I always get so dirty when I come in here? Nice. But I'm like, you know, I was never really a cat guy. I never had anything against them. I had cats when I was really little, growing up. But this guy is like, yeah, he's such a nice little fella. He loves when I chill in the evening. He's always just like, he's either up on the back of the couch or he's like, find it. He's like, I wonder where the most uncomfortable spot for me to lay on him is. And he'll do it. My favorite is why we have a projector in our bedroom, and we'll go up and watch movies sometimes on the weekend. And he'll lay on the bed. He lays right on my chest, and just stares into my soul, and I can't see the screen. But he usually only does that for a minute or two, and then hops off, hops down, and goes in between us, and does what he does best. Sleeps. All right, buddy. Oh, I didn't cut this one. You're just off camera. I couldn't even tell you what you want right now. I know 110% there's kibble in the bowl. Yeah? There's waiting in here too. What was that sound? It's like, pick me up with your clay hands. Mm-hmm. Right on. And he's not even supposed to really be up there, but I'll let him for now. That one, those two are closer. That first one's so small. I definitely did not. I went way too thick on the walls. You would not appreciate it like giving pets right now, but this is why I don't like having them up there. He takes a little sand bath and like fine silica, which is probably not great for the little guy. And then there's a bunch of hair in my reclaim. You're the only one in this house with black hair. And so I know exactly where it's coming from, sir. Yes, you're to blame. Yes. You are to blame. Is this all you want? Yeah, don't be licking my dirty hands, sir. Okay, now we're okay. If you must. Look at his little bow tie. You gotta hop down, sir. Jeez Louise. Yeah, well, thanks for stopping in. You have a great shift, rest of your shift, and yeah, I'm trying to do every Wednesday at around noon Eastern Standard Time, so it actually start about an hour ago. But then this was just a random one. So if you're around, you want to pop in and say hi. Should be doing that every week. But thank you. Stay well. I just gotta check something on the pooter before it gets too late here. Ratsoli. Yes, baby bear. PB Bobo. What's up, Bubba's? Yeah, sweetheart. Oh, it's bad. He's alive. He's alive. Yeah, it's a bit of a surprise stream. Surprise. The surprise nobody wanted. No, but I remembered I had this little like GoPro pipe clamp camera mount. And I was like, oh yeah, I should find that. And then I found it. So this is, I don't know, I'm just trying out this angle. I think it's, I don't know, it's all right. I'm not a huge fan of how the chat covers the pottery a bit, but if I angle it up any or down anymore, you don't see my face. It's probably actually would improve the stream. And if it goes up or back anymore, you see the wire rack that it's mounted to. So, but how are you doing? Surviving the Snowmageddon. What do you need, bud? Don't go up there. No. Gizmo, hey. Okay, whatever, bud. Or go up there. Yeah, that's what I said. Idiot. What do you do? Oh, you want the window real bad, eh? It's blocked off right now. Dang. That's the wind will do that, eh? Is it windy? Because like Gwen was in here. She said it was pretty windy up in Maine. Didn't look like it was going to be too windy on the forecast, but I looked at the radar this morning. I didn't check the local forecast like I did yesterday. I wasn't sure earlier. I was like, oh, he's missing. I wonder if he's got power. And I was going to shoot you a message after the stream here. Which, yeah, 2.5 hours already. But yes, luckily I have power. Good. Blizzard. It's just like a beautiful light snowfall. Holy shit! Tabular! It's over, guys. We're done. It's over. Say goodbye to your loved ones, because we're fucking done for, dude. This is the end. Yeah. DP and gasoline. Now, stop. Got a main vein of gasoline. We're going to be shitting for days. We need that TP. Well, it's supposed to snow for 3 days. Let's get 2 years worth of toilet paper. You know, like when it snows in like Texas and stuff, I understand a lot more than I guess New York's not terribly north, but just some of the stuff that was coming out yesterday about it, I was just like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they'd have like many snowplows and stuff. I'm sure they do. I don't know much. I don't know much at all about anything. So. Excuse me. They have like 4 snowplows for the whole city, maybe. Who knows? 4 per borough or some shit. Okie dokie. Jeez. That went a little bit haywire on me. This is a little bit of a testing time too for trying to see how thin I can kind of get the walls and still use this rib, because it does chew a lot of the meat away. But it's also like a balance of pressure. So like trying to get the inside to be maybe a little wavy rather than chewing away so much stuff. I also should sand the one side, like the tool side of it. So it's not like sharp, you know? Jeez. Holy crap, this one really went to shit. I'm nervous because Ben Wolf's in the chat. So I don't know. It's too conical. I like the straight wall, but okay. Got 1 more of these to do, and then 6 platters, and then I got the kitchen, and then I'm chilling until later. Guess I should check on those mugs and see if like tonight I might have to pop the handles on those. We shall see. Yeah, this looks fun. Hopefully, yeah, I'll buff it out. It'll buff out. It'll buff out. No problem. Oh, guys. Yo, we almost hit 20 likes. Don't forget to smack that like button and subscribe. Do it. If you like what you see, smack that like button and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell. and you'll be notified every time I go live and every time I post a video on YouTube. I don't know who I'm emulating there specifically, but to me that's a very generic kind of YouTube-y. Smack that like button and subscribe. Then I have the little like bell icon pops up and like a click. Clip, yeah. Dude, that looks fucked. I'm gonna probably end up trash on that one. Clip. Yeah, I actually think maybe after this I'll once I clean up and do the dishes and whatnot, I will be geez. I just got lost for a second. Where am I thought I wedged 2 pieces there, but I did not. By the words, bud. Holy moly. Going for 2.5 hours and I'm fried. My brain's fried. I'm not fried. Oh, God. Thank you. Thank you, Gizmo. What the hell was I saying? Oh, I might do try to get a couple shorts clipped together for my gaming channel. First Cup with Joel Gaming. Link on my YouTube page. So if you like what you see here, then you want to see something completely different, then check out the gaming channel. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Smack that like button. Gizmo, you're a good boy. It's kind of covered in clay now, but did I ever show you this? You ever seen this? Funky. Do you ever see this? You ever see something like that? Hold on. Can you guess what it is? And it's not a dog bowl. Teed you up for that one. I'm taking it away. I need the benefit of the fact that you can't type very fast. Boop, 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 boop. Going insane. Oh, yeah. The worst part of the pottery is wedging the clay. I'm going insane. That's not even true at all. It's reclaim. That's not even true. It's selling. That's not even true. It's the friends. It's the other potters you meet. They're all dingus heads. Dingus through and through, right, Gizmo? Right, Gizmo? Yeah. That you weren't very confident there. At least one potter friend I have. He's a dingus, right, Gizmo? Okay. You heard it here first, Gizmo. agrees. Freaking pressing buttons. He's learning how to use a computer, and it's not scary. You can't just email me? Yeah. Or was it the email that said fuck right off? Because that could have been me. Or was it an email? He's like, they don't feed me here. Please feed me. I could see him writing that. They're making me piss in a box full of sand, man. This ain't right. They're torturing me, dude. They put me in this box and they take me to this place and they don't like it. I'm scared. They say my teeth ain't right. They say I gotta lose weight. Well, yeah. Your teeth are good now. But you have one bad tooth. So he's only got one of his I guess are they called canine teeth on cats? I never really thought about that before, but one of his chompers. He's a crooked smile, but we love him anyway. Gizmo, are you tech savvy? That was. I think he's gonna fall asleep over there. That was such a weak. Gizmo, are you emailing Ben? Is he? Gizmo, are you? Are you emailing him? Okay. He says he wasn't. I don't believe him though. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I've summoned him. Hey, Bubba's. I think he was a little miffed because I had to get him off the wedging table. Cool. Mm. 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 Yeah, it chews so much off. It's not just slip. It's such a pain in the ass to sand all those little teeth, man. I don't want to. But you kind of do it once and it's done. So, or I should just get some heavily grogged clay and use it on that for a little while. That should do the trick. Whoa, whoa! Where are you going? Right on. Oh. Excuse me, you stay out of there. Thank you. Of course, like so I use produce crates for storing my stuff and like toting it around the studio. And anytime I set one on the ground, they love, both my cats love to try to get inside of them. And if it's biscuit, I don't care. Depending on what it is. But that is a glazed piece in that bucket. Whoa! Bless you. Want to fight? It's like, no. No, I'm peaceful. He will fight. And he loves to do that. You wouldn't guess it. Like, look at him, he looks like a little sweet guy. But he's got claws on him. Bam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another one over here. Okay, so platters for those. How long have I been going? I'm coming up with 3 hours. Holy smokes. It's too many hours, I think. Alright, but you just went up there, but I'm going to need to wedge my glaze here. This freaking guy, man. Yeah? That's just straight up clay. You don't want to eat that. Sorry, Bubbas. Come on. I'll try to hold you where you're not getting a bunch of clay. Look at this guy. Oh. No, you're a sweetheart. Nope. Oh, he's a funny guy. Yeah. He gets in his mood, and you go to put him down, and he like clings to you. It's actually pretty sweet. I love that guy. I love that guy. Let's talk about you, give you boo. Holy cannoli! Holy moly cannoli! Oh, everything's falling apart here. Nice. You can't even really see these at all. That's okay. It's not really all that. Not doing that great of a job, anyways. I don't want you to see it. And Oh, oh no! I can't fix that. I've done broke it. No, okay. Yeah, I fucked it. It'll buff out. It'll buff out. Where are the guys? Gorgeous. Oh. Might be a little small, actually. I might try to rock one that goes like pretty well right to the edge of the bat, and then I'll actually I'll, cut under, but I'll do a little small pull on that. On the rim of it. I'm gonna try. I've seen somebody do it kind of like they make a semicircle, and then they use the stick, the dowel. Seems to pretty well. So, cut under here. I'm just gonna do a small. What's up, Marez? How's it been? How's it been? How have you been? How's it been? Let's see. Been 5 days. Good. Glad to hear it. Yeah, it's been a minute. I saw. Like usually, I'll tune into Ben's stream and I'll be throwing, and I saw you believe in there saying hello. I was like, oh, wait a minute. And you're in school or finished school? One of the two? I do have a feeling that these ones are going to be too small. But if they are, then I'll just use it for something different. I'll make planters to suit the platter. Rock and roll. Excuse me. Right on. Yeah, really, I should maybe make an appearance with Swans. Been almost a year, I think, maybe. I don't even know. It's been a minute since I talked in there. Yeah. Oh, I'm stupid. Like, oh, fuck. Is it like I use my old phone for reading chat because it's closer to the clay and stuff, and I get like old notifications every time I turn it on. So I just saw an email about some finance stuff. Like, I thought I did that. Yeah, passion grew a bit. Happy for you. Hey, thank you. Yeah, I'm kind of doing this full time right now, but in the summer I'll be doing some part-time work, a couple days a week, like enough. Like, it's kind of nice because it's like my brother-in-law Tubby. It's his business, so he's pretty accommodating or understanding as far as like that. I'd like to be able to still do this, but I'm also like, if you hire me, it's well, I guess I'm hired, but like I'm not. It's not a. Like, I'm not going to put him out, either, because it's a full on business. This is just merely a dream. Merely a dream. None of this is real. Okay. Yeah, no, it's been going pretty good. Things have been pretty slow during or post Christmas time, but I now have a website up. Shop's coming soon. Kind of working away at getting the packing and stuff set up in where I was gonna do like a showroom here, but the more I thought about it, the less I wanted people actually come to my house. But You know, you constantly time flies by. Yeah. Yep. No, it's well. I still am a noob. I am not anything close to but a noob. Anything but a noob. It's yeah, it's been quite the journey, man. It's really fun going back to the old streams. I'm so happy that I did that. Because you know, it's all there. It's a little diary. Little diary for me. Reminisce on the past. It's funny that you show up now too. I think on Wednesday I'll be working on chess pieces, which I know that's to me was the most memorable one of you annoying me. So I don't know if that you remember that, but that was like in like December or January last year, or well, either January last year or December 2024. This one I think is it's going to be a better size. Oh, the teapot. Oh yeah, yeah. I do have that fired up, but it was for whatever reason, instead of like waiting until I knew what I was doing, it was one of the first things I glazed. It was like the second firing I did it, and it's all fucked up. Like it completely fucked. The lid doesn't fit anymore. The spout is completely blocked. But you know, the genie lives on. It goes on the shelf, and I look at it and say, "Boy, you really overstepped with that one. You thought you were a hot shot, didn't you?" Quite humbling. And yeah, so I believe too, like when you were watching, I had a kiln, I just never set it up, and now it's set up. And, got to see it. Yeah. Well, I hope you're disappointed. It's kind of a piece of shit, but I'll hold on to it. That was a fun project. My second die happy. That's right. Yeah, me too. I've destroyed the first teapot I ever did. I can't even see if it pours well because it's clogged up. So I done did good. I don't think I can cut this one off the bat, so I'm not going to. Yeah, those are fun days. And now it's just torture. I did stop streaming for a long time, and or like very intermittently, and now it's very slow, but it's kind of nice. Those days where I was like 200 or 300 people. I think the most I had of concurrent viewers was like almost 300 people, and I don't know, man. I was getting pretty burnt out, and pretty. That's a piece of art to me. Yeah, that's fair. That's true. Yeah. Yeah, back, it's important to me, That's why I put it on the shelf, Don't have too many things up there. A couple mugs from the early days. I'd show the shelf, but there's photos of people that I don't want on the internet. No, the new photos of myself. Bit of a narcissist. Yeah, no, I was just exhausted, and then you get weird down, man. Even in the wintertime, I think it's like not a great time to be streaming, for me anyway, or like here, because you get so tired. Like it's very dark. We call it the dark winter, right? End of November through to like around this time of year, just such a small amount of daylight, and it messes with you. What happened to that hoodie though? This one, like all this, is bleach. Oh, was it the gray one that I wore all the time? What hoodie was it? Or the yellow one? I still got them. Probably the gray one. I used to wear it all the time. And no hat. But black. A black one? I don't think I have a solid black hoodie. I have it's a dark gray, so it might have been black. Like look black. It's like a charcoal. Well, not charcoal. I don't fucking know what I'm saying. It's a dark gray. And then there's this one which is like bleach dyed, tie dyed or whatever. Oh no, I have a black Carhartt sweater. That might have been it. I don't even remember. I do have a solid black hoodie. What am I talking about, dude? This goes to show how much I think about my clothes. I honestly, that's stuff I don't really care about. On the top of the list, the shit I don't care about, it's freaking fashion. Well, I don't know. I don't care about wearing what clothes I'm wearing, or wearing clothes at all. If I didn't have to, I wouldn't probably. But there are aspects of fashion, I guess I should say, that I do appreciate. Well, earlier I said that, yeah. This is what I've been doing this full time since the summer last year. It's not like super profitable or anything at all. If anything, but I got my job was terminated due to no fault. Like they moved the position to another country. But I got a good exit package. So then I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna try doing this. And so yeah, it's pretty well like I'm gonna do seasonal work. They'll try to run this in the winter, but work through the summer. Doing outdoor work, lawn mowing, deck building, fence building, that kind of thing. And then rock and roll this in the rock and roll this during the winter. Oh, yeah, well, you know what? I expected it. Yeah, there was a lot of, like, warning signs. And then I know, like, a lot of people were, like, acting very surprised. And I'm like, really, guys? Like, the owner of the umbrella company that owns us showed up, like, a month prior. And I was like, yeah, that's an awful sign. That's not good. And he said he had some nice things to say, but the takeaway was not like, oh yeah, we love what you're doing. That's why we came. It's anyways. I probably shouldn't talk about it, but yeah. Anyway, it I did it. I wasn't enjoying it anymore. So I'm doing my master's. Right on. Good for you. What were you going to school for again? Was it being an asshole? Just kidding. A plus. No. I do want to know. You didn't deserve that. Welcome back. Welcome back. No, but I don't know. It was a little bit like freaky deaky. You're sorry. You're going to school for AI? You're getting a master's degree in AI? That's what you're saying, or programming? Did you say? Was it programming? But AI, yeah, makes me worry too. Not about job stuff, but just yeah, that's a whole other thing. Not so banana times. We're living it. They call it the not so banana time. Those are snaps for sure. All right. Kind of gotta blast these out. Computer science. Oh, okay, sweet. Right on. Right. Yeah, for sure. No, yeah, it does do those things. No bueno. I have a good friend who's a web developer. He's like a freelance guy, and well, I have two, but I'm talking. Anyways, it's not my buddy Tyler. It's a different guy. And yeah, I think is having to shift what he does. A lot of like, I know a lot of people in the field as well are shifting to using the tools, like AI as a tool, but it's kind of getting that point where like, okay, if it becomes a matter of learning the prompts and how to prompt something properly, it is kind of an easier skill to learn than how to write HTML or whatever. All right, yeah, not yet. There are some
very articulate hands, robotic hands out there. Imagine that Tesla robot just
fucking spinning. Oh, they were the same thing. I know what I'm doing. Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, no. I mean, it's like, so my buddy Tyler allowed me access to a, what's it called? A CRM? Like, it's like a, whatever. You probably know. I don't know if I said the right acronym, though. But anyways, I built my website on it with his help. And I'm like fumbling around, doing stuff, like whatever, clicking around, trying to figure it all out. And then we get on a call and he'd like share his screen and be doing stuff. And he's just like blasting through it in seconds. Because my website is dead simple, but that does not really help. Like knowing what you're doing doesn't help? Or what? Oh, fuck. I've said too much. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, it's like, yeah, I could, if I was doing this all on my own, it would have taken me like 5 times as long to fully learn this program. Oh, sure, right. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's tough because, like, really, from what I understand, I haven't really heard it in the context of websites, but software development, where people are getting AI to make software and then hiring people to try to like fix a bug in it, but then they go in there like looking through the code and stuff, and they just, it's just a completely different way often of writing code, and it's hard to understand, so it's hard to troubleshoot. And but I mean, yeah, I wonder if that will become like kind of a field. I don't even know, because it would be so hard to keep up with, like what the AI is deciding to do. Ben Wolf still here looking. Probably not. He's probably dealing with the snow. He popped in, and then I think he had to do some roof raking and stuff. But yeah, I could be wrong. Bonsai! Things are good, man. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I don't understand why they did that. That one guy, TOG. It was not very helpful because they kind of did it during the break that I was taking. And so I came back and it's like, who are these people? But a lot of people have kept their profile pictures, so that's typically how I have been running it. But yeah, freaking annoying, man. I don't even understand. Like the only thing I could think of is that they're kind of trying to be more like Twitch or something. I don't know. Or I don't even know. I don't know if they've made any statements. I basically mass delete the emails from YouTube. So what in the world? You wouldn't recommend me? How do you do that? Well, you have the same profile picture. And you were around all the time, even like Bonsai, right? Like, yeah. I can't remember what your original username was, though, Bonsai, but it's like, even though you don't have a profile picture, it's like, yeah, well, there's not really anybody that watched that had Bonsai in their name, aside from Mr. New Mayo. I don't know what those degrees mean, by the way. Unless that's Celsius. But it can't be because we're forecasting for 91 degrees. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't speak freedom units. Actually, you know, I have a thermometer. I think it, or no, it only has Celsius on it. Oh no, 91. So it's like low 30s. So from like 10 degrees to 30 degrees. Or is that 57 or is it 5 or 7? It looks like there's a space there. But, so yeah, 57 is, yeah, okay, like 15 degrees Celsius to the low 30s. That's quite the spike. No, 57, yeah. I was like, if it's 5 degrees, isn't that below 0? This shit's cocked, bro. Yeah, 5 degrees is like minus 50. That would be that'd be like a freaking, what's that movie called? The Day After Tomorrow or something like that. What's it called? What is it called? I don't even know. Yeah, there's that crazy weather system blowing up around the northwest or northeast. 14 degrees Celsius. Yeah, it's, I mean, it's pretty, it's kind of chilly. 15, yeah, 14 degrees Celsius, yeah. That's not terrible. But it's also, yeah. If it was 15 degrees here, I'd be loving it. It was 3 degrees Celsius the other day. And I was just like in my sweater outside because I felt very warm. 33 degrees Celsius. Yeah, low 30s. Yep. I like that. That's a good temperature right there. Maybe 28 degrees is like prime temperature. To 16 Celsius. That's the temperature where you are? Yes. Same where I live. Oh, okay, I see. I missed that one. Yep. I think today it is -1 out, which is around 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, it's probably cooler than that, to be honest. It's supposed to drop back down this week, and then hopefully we're through the worst of it. Okay, all right. So it's like getting unseasonably hot for you at the 32 degrees. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know whether it's supposed to be in New Mexico. In New Mexico. Okay, one more of these, and I'm done. Been going for 3.5 hours. This bit was, I don't know why. I don't know why I've done this. It's been nice. I think keeping it going. Like I've seen a lot of familiar faces pop in. It's giving people time to pop in. Which is good. Good. Yeah, right on. That's gotta be nice. I did know that. Well, I did because people celebrate that here too. Obviously, got all varieties of folks here in Canada. Yeah, and my fiance works in a school, so that's I've heard it through the grapevine. Cubby, what are you eating? What are you eating today? What kind of stuff do you feast on? It's crazy ramen. I bet. Yeah, all sorts of a vast variety of goodies. Got lamb. That'd be good, actually. Now I'm hungry. Oh, really? I mean, that's not so great, but lots of leftovers then, I guess. I don't know. If it's part of the tradition, I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, it's kind of strange, eh? Like, seems like a bit of a waste of food, but yeah. Our highest February temperature is 138 in 1904. Okay. Dude, yeah, I would shit my pants if I opened the weather and it's at 100 degrees. Like, how am I alive? Yeah, and then I look in the corner, it's like, set to Fahrenheit. Thank God. I thought this was it. So we eat with our eyes first. Okay, sure. It's gotta hurt a bit. I'm sure it can be done. I eat with my mouth, personally. No, I understand that though. I was a cook for a while, and you want to make sure the presentation is good, but I don't know about like that amount. Like, I don't think the amount of food should really be like the focal point. I don't know, man. There are specific meals for before and after sunset. I actually didn't know that. You gotta have some lamb in there, though. Come on, lamb curry or something. I don't know if that's from your area or not, but it's delicious. Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, like the gorging part of it, right? It's not, yeah. It can't be the, dude, the mental state of people after that. Like, you think you're sleepy after Thanksgiving? Oh, I'd be gonzo. You could talk to me for like a day. My belly would be as hard as a brick. Exploded. from Slender Man to the Michelin Man in one day. Yeah, I've never really, I should educate myself on that. I'm not aware of like the origin of the tradition and like the reasons for it. Yeah, I haven't really looked into that. Unfortunately, I should. I will. Actually, no, I should. I will. Try fasting before. I have done that. Yeah. Yes. For sure. Yeah, when I was in college, I was really into kind of exploring like spirituality and like the different ideals around the world and stuff, and that was something that you come across a lot, is the practice of fasting. So I did that. I think the longest one I did was 3 days. Quite a bit. Oh, Gwen, yeah, probably, yeah. Gwen is she's a clever lady. My best bet, or for Mirage. Yeah, because I think I was just saying I was going to do that. I also I should just ask people about it as well. Say I know some people at the market were talking about celebrating that, or however you phrase it. They should pick their brains. They're like, teach me everything you know. Oh, okay. I think you're. I don't know. I don't know who you're talking to. But unfortunately, I'll have to maybe cut your convo short. I think I'm missing some chat too, but am I? Nah. It's going too fast. Yeah. This has been a long ass stream. Okay. All right. It's crazy, man. Excuse me. No, that was my when I was wiping the sponge across the wheel, cleaning the wash basin. that would have been a one for the record, though. I've given that up. Farting on the stream. So with the machine, yeah, that's right. That's the old me. I've grown up. I'm all grown up now. I'm more mature than ever. Okay. What? That took forever. You were around for those days, eh? Just rip ass on the live stream. Slowing down. I don't know what that means, but oh, growing up, smalling down. Yeah. Okay, I get it. I figured it out. I get it. Jeez. Okay, now the blue. Let's make sure get this tidied up so I'm not cursing myself probably tomorrow. What's the opposite of grown up? I don't know. How would I know? Probably like childish or like childlike. It's got no brains. Yeah, Ben was here. Yeah, but he like I think he popped in and he still had some more shoveling and stuff to take care of. I'm would imagine that he's popped off or he's like has it running but he's not watching or something. I don't know. I have no idea what he does, man. He's an anomaly. But yeah, he's alive. He's got power still. Well, he did when he was in here. And yeah. That's that. I think we're doing a old Bencraft stream this afternoon. Well, we're talking about doing around 3, but I probably will not be ready by then. But they'll they go live. Sometimes I can join them. Sometimes they join in later. It is what it is. It's their show. Hopefully, hopefully we can do that. Because I think the last maybe 1 or 2 I haven't been there for. They probably just loving it. Like how has she been watching? I think this is the first one you popped in on, but we've yeah. I think she just started following me the other day. Late last week. Because yeah, she's in Ben's stream and in Earth Nation Ceramic stream. And then watches Old Bencraft, which is Ben Wolf and an Australian bloke. And sometimes me playing Minecraft and other games. I also started the I know Joe from Ben. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know how you stumbled upon me. I can't remember if you were watching Chad at the time or something. Yeah. Between you and me, Mraz, I don't think Gwen likes me very much. She's not. She bullies me. I do feel when I stream with those guys, I'm very out of place because I don't know what they're talking about half the time. Some 80s shit. It's just like, yeah. I just say the dumbest stuff. Right. Okay. I wasn't sure if you had watch other potters that like I was in there, like maybe like modding or whatever. And I know like Chad was very. I mean, I probably wouldn't be doing this if they didn't know what they're talking about. Got my favorite part. I love it. Oh, they were good friends. They were very good friends. Nice people. Love talking to them. Talk almost every day. Yeah, it was cool. It was yeah. I've never done that before. Like, kind of meeting Ben and then. You think they're jealous of what I've built? Nah, man. I don't think they care. Like, I don't think they think like that. Maybe though. I would. That would be very shocking to me. I don't think they give a shit. Well, not like they don't give a shit, but I don't think they care like that. But maybe, I don't know. But both with Ben and Passerby, aka Hayabusa, aka Wrinkle Meat. Like meeting people online and then like becoming friends like that. So there's a first for everything. The thing is, too, like the stuff I build is nothing. It's not even anything special, in my opinion. I don't know, but it's not a competition. It only is when I'm on the stream with them and I tell them that it is and that they suck. I've been lax with the cleaning my wheel, and it always comes to bite. There's so much freaking slip in there. It only goes to be better than his older self. What? Oh, I see what you mean. I was like, put this backwards. Yeah, like that's part of it for sure. My main goal is to blow up and act like I don't know nobody. No, it's creating as stable a future as I can for my future wife and I. And that's why I'm doing pottery, because, you know, everyone says it's the most lucrative thing you can do. Right, okay. Yeah, no, see, my thing is after trimming, I'm bad for not, like, removing, like, I don't know. I, like, start cleaning out those trimmings, and then I'm, like, I'm just like, I'm done. I'm done doing this. And then I'll go the next day and I throw, and then it creates all this muck. But it's smart. It's smart to, you know. Typically, I don't know. Typically I'm pretty good, but last week I was sick with the glutes. And yeah, and then I wasn't keeping up on it. And then like previously there was a couple of days when I was trimming that I just kind of left it, and then I was like, fuck. This is being done. You did. You're a potter in spirit. I think you're crazy as a potter. That's the saying, right? Mad as a potter.
like in Alice in Wonderland, the Mad Potter. Anyways, guys, I have to get rolling here, but you guys stay well. I'll be back on Wednesday. You know, that was a good day. Not as much, not done as much as I definitely I can do, but the stream kind of. Oh, perfect timing actually, Glenn, because I'm hitting the road, hitting the trail. Been nice to catch up with you too, man. Yeah. Alrighty. Yeah. Take care.